Danny, we'll start by focusing on you. How's the recovery going?
Yeah, it's getting there. Obviously, it's been quite a lengthy process, as you know, but I feel like it's pretty close now and over the hard part, I hope.
It started off as sort of a 6 to 8 week thing. How frustrating has it been that it's gone beyond that now?
Yeah, very frustrating. It was probably a little bit worse than maybe we first thought. Lots of bruising, obviously a significant enough tear in there, so a little bit longer, but we just got to get it right before I come back.
How hard has it been for you to kind of hold yourself back from that as well? Because I know you've had trouble when you strike the ball particularly, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I think kind of the last 3 or 4 weeks, movement-wise, I've been able to do pretty much everything in terms of lateral movement, up and down, changing direction. So I think the tough part has been, once I've been able to do all that for half an hour, I feel like I'm going to go into the kick and it'll be okay, whereas sadly that wasn't the case. I maybe not made it worse, but certainly put myself in a bit of pain trying to do too much probably too soon.
How much of a balance is it from pain management to having to try and push through that barrier as well, and the balance between the two things, I guess?
Exactly that, yeah. I feel like my body probably holding me back sometimes where I was trying to push through it and break that mental barrier. But it feels very strong now, and hopefully, like I said, in these next last 3 games, I can play some part.
Must be tough for you as well because you've never had a proper injury before, have you?
No, the longest I've been out previously was 2 weeks. Look after myself quite well in terms of my nutrition and not drinking silly things. So I never really had too many muscle injuries on that front. Replay the silly striker's tackle against Curzon that put me out. But that's part of my game. If you take that away, I'm probably less of a player. So it's not me to pull out the challenges, but at the same time, if I just let that one go, I probably wouldn't have been in this situation. So that's the frustrating part.
You touched on at the start of your answer saying hoping to be part of the last 3 games. Do you give yourself a chance for Kings Lynn on Good Friday?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a training session there today with the lads and done pretty much everything. Did a little bit at the end in terms of ball striking and trying to build it up again and trying to build the confidence in my head and within myself. So not feeling any pain now or not feeling any kind of regression from doing that. So hopefully tomorrow morning when I wake up it'll feel like it is now and we can go again.
How desperate are you to be part of the last 3 games, considering the contribution you've made to probably 28 games of the season, I guess?
Yeah, and that's what my missus has kind of been reminding me of in terms of, I keep trying to think back, especially to Marine and kind of the role I played there, and a big 3 points and 15 goals that I had scored before that, and it feels like it was a lifetime ago that watching the last 10 games and the way the lads have been playing, but without tooting my own trumpet, I feel like when I was playing pretty well and was a good focal point for the team, but it does feel like a long time ago that, which is frustrating, and just want to try and get back and playing.
I suppose you look at them games, you look at the ones we've won, you want to be part of it. I suppose on the flip side, you look at the ones that we've not won or lost, Radcliffe for example, and think, I could have made a difference that day.
Yeah, you want, obviously, the games that you win, no one misses you. The games that you lose, if we'd have had in, it might have been different, all that kind of stuff. I'd like to think if I played the last 10 games, I would have scored a few goals, etc., etc. But obviously, we've had people step up and do that in the form of Carlton, Mo, Alfie, etc. So they've done very well for us. And yeah, hopefully I can, like you say, get back and help out again.
While you've touched on them, I'll speak about Carlton. How pleased are you for him, because he had a frustrating first half of the season, didn't he?
Yeah, really pleased. Obviously, he showed last season he's got an eye for goal with the 15 that he scored for Chorley in a good team there that he played. And he's come in and recently played out on the left, played up front, showed a few strings to his bow that he can do, and I think he's been a fantastic outlet for us recently. And I think the biggest compliment you can play Carlton was at Radcliffe. Obviously, and he'd admit this himself, that he missed a few chances. And I was speaking to him after the game, he was very frustrated. And then to come in the next 2 days or whatever it was, get dropped from the 11, be on the bench, to show his professionalism and his willingness to keep working hard and coming on. I think it was a just reward for him to score the final goal on Saturday.
For you then, you always target yourself as 20 goals. It's not out of the question with the tally you're on, but I suppose you want to come back, hit the ground running if you do get back on the pitch.
Yeah, I think if I was to get to 20 goals, we'd probably get promoted. So hopefully I can contribute a few more, and maybe one of them might be the goal to send us up. It would be nice.
There's obviously a lot of players that want to have that accolade to go down in history as the goal that sends you up. There's a lot of players in contention for it, but how much would it mean to you if after what you've been through over the last sort of 8-9 weeks for it to be you?
Yeah, I mean, every goal, you've seen the way I celebrate, every goal means a lot to me, and I'd like to be able to get another one this season in front of my wife and kids who enjoy watching me play and don't enjoy watching me watch. It would be nice, yeah.
I was going to say, I can't imagine you're a great person to be with on the sidelines when you're not able to play, I guess.
No, I mean, my missus had a quiet word with me the other day about banging on the glass of the Legends Lounge when we were in there with a few people, so yeah, it's hard watching, but I'm out, well, not out there, but up there living through it with the lads at the same time.
So Ross Barrow's going through a longer journey than you have, hopefully, and will do next season as well. How much have you spoken to him about his battles? Because obviously he's had mental battles with it as well, and how to get past that.
Yeah, he keeps trying to get me on his TikTok, doing all of his videos and whatnot. But yeah, we've had a fair few games of darts, me and Ross. I think he's won. We must have played about 50 times. I think he's won one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it kind of puts it. It makes me feel a bit silly the way I feel about my knee when I'm 8 weeks and I'm almost back to being what it was. Whereas he's had 4 months and or 3 months, whatever it's been now, and he's still got another 3 or 4. So it puts it into perspective a bit. But yeah, we're all backing Ross and supporting him in ways that he needs it.
Obviously this weekend, 2 games in a short space of time, 6 points up for grabs. The table could look very different on Monday, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could. 2 tough games, obviously. Kingsland away, they've got playoffs that they're fighting for, and then Peterborough, you know what Peterborough are about, they'll dig in, and I think they've been very good this season, on for potentially their highest ever finish, I think, in the pyramid and whatnot, so they'll be a good team. As we saw at their place, a late goal from Cal to win it for us, so that won't be any easier. But yeah, at the same time, we know that if we turn up and do what we do, then hopefully we'll be on the right side of 2 good results.
In terms of Kingsland, obviously a full-time team, I think we were very good on the day, you in particular as well.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable game. It was probably over by half-time, and then managed the game quite well in the second half, so that's another thing we'll have to contend with in terms of them wanting to put that right and always wanting to do the same thing. So if we can do what we did that day, we will hopefully be all right.
I think from the sounds of things, we're taking between 800 and 1,000 supporters. How vital could they be in the next 3 games? Yeah,
massive. They've been massive for us all season in terms of getting behind us when we need it and trying to drag that ball into the goal when we do need a late goal, like the previously mentioned Peterborough Sports goal with all those guys behind the goal there. So yeah, they're going to be a big factor for us, so we need them loud and proud again, like they always are.
Just throw one in at the end, obviously out of contract in the summer, how much would you like to stay? Obviously you live locally as well, so you've moved your family into the area, haven't you?
Yeah, that's something that my wife's been fantastic with me in terms of following where we go, so she seems to be quite happy around here. We've made some good friends, and yeah, if it's, there's a lot of factors obviously that go into it in terms of from the club side and from my side as well, so yeah, what will be.
Obviously you're proving at the next level up as well, so if we do go up, you'd fancy yourself at the next level again, I guess. Yeah,
definitely. Obviously still young, still only 29, but yeah, like you say, I've had 3 seasons in the league above, and been double figures each time and just missed out on playoffs on a couple of occasions. So I like to say that I know what it takes to kind of be up there or thereabouts and in that league. So if fingers crossed, hopefully we do go up and we can address that when it comes to it.